talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is bedlam in the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
That was terrible. Embarrassing. I know Ashley's husband, Connor, will be excited. Our favorite Chicagonian, but oh my God, Fratty looks like he's going to puke because the Philadelphia Phillies just lost to one of the worst teams in baseball, being the Chicago White Sox. But welcome everybody into the Phillies postgame show. Dalton, Fratty, and KJ McCoy here joining you guys. Want to thank, of course, our presenting sponsor, TickPick, #1. Buy your tickets through TickPick for no fees, all-inclusive price, the price you see. It's the price you pay. And also want to thank Nick's Pizza in Wilmington, Delaware for sponsoring the episode. If you guys haven't, go check them out. The best place to get all your pizza. But man, oh man, this team looked absolutely jet lagged today. That was the word you used, KJ. And tell us why you used it.
Obviously, they just came back from a loss from the Yankees yesterday. They did win that series, but it still was an unfortunate loss, which our good buddy Dobbins actually witnessed, unfortunately. He was actually there at that game yesterday. Unfortunately, he witnessed that, but I wish they could have got the dub for him. But also today, they just couldn't get it done. They definitely could not get it done. At first, they seemed like they were confident. They seemed like at first they had the lead. And then all of a sudden, the White Sox got a 2-run homer, and then that was just the start of something for the White Sox. It was the start of something for them because then they got another 2-run homer from Luis Robert. The first 2-run homer was, I believe, it was that guy Montgomery. I think that's his name, if I'm not mistaken. But then our potential tradee. In Luis Robert had a 2-run homer as well. So that was really where the where it really went wrong for the Phillies, and Cristopher Sánchez just did not look like himself. So, and this team just didn't look like themselves either. They looked really tired. They didn't look like they had too much in it, too much skip in their step or whatever you want to say, or pep in their step. But that's really what happened tonight, I think.
Fratty, what were your thoughts on tonight's game?
Oh, it was brutal tonight. What's your name? Overall, I don't even know what to say tonight. We were after the Boston series, and even after the Yankee series, we were looking so high with this team, and now we come to Chicago. We come to Connor's territory, and we come out there, and Bryce Harper gets a hit, and that was just about it. 2-run double. Everything else was just, and I just think that this team really needs to make some trade. We need to make some trade. I'm tired of everything going the wrong way for us. Today was literally the worst, among one of the top 3 worst days for the Philadelphia Phillies in maybe the last year.
Yeah.
Last year, everything just went wrong today for some reason. I don't know why. We'll get into Ryne Sandberg passing, which was sad too, but
yeah.
everything just didn't go the Phillies' way today. It just dove into the
Into
yeah.
the Lake Michigan. It dove right into Lake Michigan. That's what happened.
And then, but anyway, I just think things can only get better again from here. And I'm just saying this. Let's just let July end now, please, please,
I
please.
get it,
It's
Fratty.
almost done.
All
It's
this is
almost done.
made for me, KJ, and Dalton, which on Friday, August 1st. So
I'm with that, man. And you got Bryce Harper today on top of all that. He's cussing out Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball. And even though he may be, what he's saying might be qualified to be said about this cap space and, the real reason that the commissioner of baseball is going to all 32 teams, at least from what I've heard, is to try and push this cap space and this cap, vendetta that he has, or not vendetta, but like propaganda per se. Point being, Bryce Harper's not falling for it. Now, Bryce, you can be a little bit more respectful about it, though, man. This is the commissioner of baseball. You can't say, get the fuck out of my clubhouse to him. That's probably not going to fly. So, honestly, I'm kind of shocked that no suspension came out of this. Apparently, from what I heard on WIP, Castellanos said that it got really heated between the two of them, and they were going back and forth and back and forth. Harper and Manfred going at each other. So I don't really know where that's going to get you, but you are 100% right, Fratty. A really weird day for the Philadelphia Phillies, and just a not a good day. Obviously, we were going to save this for a little bit later, but we'll just go ahead and talk about it now. Rest in peace to Ryne Sandberg, Phillies legend. I know you want to share a story, Fratty, so I'll let you go ahead and take it first.
So of course, everybody knows Ryne Sandberg was the manager for the Phillies from 2013 to 2015, and he made his MLB debut with the Phillies. And I think it was I don't know if he was bench coach for a short time too. He was one of our assistant coaches before I think our manager got fired or something. Because I looked on Wikipedia, it said that. But believe it or not, Ryan, I just remembered looking at the Wikipedia that Ryne Sandberg was the Phillies manager during the time that I went to my final Phillies game with my dad ever, and that the final game we went ever was 2014. When we played against the Angels, and it's just hard to believe that all the old school people just have been passing away lately. And Ryne Sandberg, it was crazy. He was the manager during a time where my dad was very sick. He had the liver transplant in 2012. Ryne Sandberg was the manager after. He was the manager from 2013 to pretty much a little over a year before my dad passed. So it just reminded me of hard times all over again. And to hear that Ryne Sandberg passed, it was tough. And I know it wasn't the greatest time to be a Phillies fan either. He wasn't the time he was the manager of that team. He was very seemed like he was a very personal guy in the clubhouse, but overall, he just wasn't left with the best of roster and best of team, and that's why he was just there for a few short years. Because the Phillies just decided to do a managerial change after 2015, so it just unfortunate. Great, seemed like great guy, Hall of Fame type player. Played for the Cubs. Ashland's city, but just very tough. See another legend move on from us. So wow.
Yeah, no, definitely it is tough. And Ryne Sandberg. I totally remember when he was the manager here, and it was for a short time, but the guy definitely is. It is coincidental because we are playing the city, who happens to have two teams in the Cubs and the White Sox. Ryne Sandberg played for both the Phillies and the Cubs. I think he's more known as a Chicago Cub, so he's like a Cubs legend from what I've been hearing as well. So, but definitely a sad day, and as Fratty was saying, a very sad week. It just seems like day after day, there's just been these crazy deaths of these great legends, and a lot of these legends, honestly, I don't think a lot of them weren't that old. A lot of them have been younger. So this has like been a really crazy, tragic week for celebrities and former athletes passing away. So it's definitely been very, very devastating. So prayers go out to anyone that knew Sandberg personally or just knew him as a player. Prayers go out to you, his family as well. So definitely giving my prayers to you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for both sharing your condolences and your respects. KJ, I'll let you go ahead and take this one first too. It's a very sad show tonight. I'm just sitting here thinking, God, like we're all being so depressing, and we're not trying to be. It's just like Fratty said, it really is one of the worst days of Phillies baseball in the past year. I think the only day that tops it in my head is probably the playoffs last year when they lost to the Mets. Is there a day that you can think of, Fratty, that besides that one that might beat it for worst day in the past year for Phillies?
It probably was. It was probably before beginning of June, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Thank you to Broad. We appreciate you for joining, man. If you want to join up, let me know. I can get you the link. But KJ, he looked rusty tonight, being Cristopher Sánchez. He needs to get his stuff together. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it just seemed like when he really gave up that 2-run homer from Montgomery, it just seemed like everything just kind of drowned from there. Everything kind of just went total sideways with the rest of his game. I mean, his pitching, his command in general just seemed off, and he just didn't have the confidence that he usually has. He's been sensational this year. He's been stellar. I got to see him the game against, I believe it was, I'm trying to think who they played. The Red Sox. That game against the Red Sox where he had 12 strikeouts. And he really didn't look like that same guy. He didn't look like the same guy with that command, the same guy with that confidence, that stone cold look that he had in his eyes. It just seemed like something was up. Something was messing with him. I don't know what it was, but I think he honestly will bounce back from this. I don't think it's a thing that's going to be haunting him for a while. I think this will definitely be a game that he can just kind of just forget about. It does suck because it is against a team that has been one of the worst teams we've seen in a long time in the Chicago White Sox. And they're a team that really has been like a tomato can of a team. They really are a team that is a bottom feeder in the MLB. They really are a team that really doesn't have too many stars. Their lineup isn't that flashy. They do have Luis Robert, but that's literally it. It really is that's literally it. And we might get him, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, not a good day for Cristopher Sánchez. Not a good one.
Not a good one at all. And backstage with us right now, we actually got Broad Street Sports. How you doing, man? What were your thoughts on this embarrassing loss?
I'm great. Look, I don't want anybody to overreact over Cristopher Sánchez. He's arguably been the ace, and I think there's a debate out there that Cristopher Sánchez has arguably been better than Zach Wheeler over the course of this season. Bad games like this do happen to everybody. I mean, it happens quite literally everybody. Does it suck that it happened to the trashy White Sox? Yeah, but I'm not afraid that he's not going to bounce back. I think he's been great. I mean, 9 times out of 10, he's going to go out there and give scoreless baseball and 7 innings. And tonight, honestly, tonight, thought he started the game very well and pitched very well up until that third inning, and then that's really where the train fell off the rail. But I was very happy in the fact that he was able to make it into 7 innings and save this bullpen that's A, taxed, and B, just sucks. So I'm glad that he was able to save us from having to use that bullpen. But I don't want anybody to overreact. I don't want Fratty to overreact. I want nobody to overreact. Baseball games like this happen. I mean, I just think tonight comes down to the offense and how piss poor the offense was. 6 hits. They had 6 hits tonight, 1 extra base hit, and it was Bryce Harper in the first inning. It shouldn't even have been a extra base hit if the White Sox knew how to get the ball in. So I don't know. I thought the offense was really a disaster, but let's not freak out over Cristopher Sánchez.
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, I think he will. As I said before, I think he will bounce back. He definitely has been one of our aces on this team, and I do think he will definitely forget about this, and he'll be cool. He'll be fine.
Now, you brought it up earlier as well, Broad, which is actually our next topic. The invisible double almost from Bryce Harper is what Fratty called it tonight. How do you feel about this performance? I mean, and what can this team do to bounce back the rest of this series? Because this is definitely a series that's still winnable. Tough first loss, but they should be able to bounce back these next 2 games.
Dude, I have no idea how they could do it. And it's not like they can't do it. It's just because they're too inconsistent. They just went up to New York and beat the brakes off them in the first 2 games of the series. And now in the past 2 games, their offense no-shows. So it's like some days they're going to show up and score 10 runs. The other games they're going to score no runs. So it's just like this team is so unpredictable and so inconsistent. It's ridiculous. And honestly, it's at the point where it's like, we're running out of time here, Dave. Dude, we're running so out of time. You need to show up. You need to do something. This team desperately needs a sense of life, man. And Bryce tried to give you a sense of life. And that in the first inning, I mean, he shouldn't have been extra base hit, of course. But, man, he tried to give you a sense of life. The offense squandered on it. Sanchez squandered on it. It happens. But this offense, this whole season, this whole run that this core has been on the past couple of years, it's always just about a piss poor, inconsistent offense. When this team doesn't hit home runs, they won't score. And it's as simple as that. No home runs tonight, no extra base hits, they don't score. It's really quite literally a pathetic brand of baseball, and it's sad.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I would kind of compare it to like a seesaw effect. I do feel like this team one day they're on cloud 9. And as Broad was just saying beforehand, I was at the Yankees game. I saw it. I mean, they were dominating in New York, and then to see them dominate in New York, and you feel confident going into a place like Chicago, going against the White Sox in a dumpster fire of a team, and you just see them have no life. You see them be jet lagged or whatever was going on with them, and it just definitely does leave a bad taste in your mouth, but nothing where I feel like, oh my God, like this is over. I don't feel like the sky's falling or anything like that. I don't feel like Chicken Little, so that's a good thing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And it's not like the sky's falling down. Like you guys just said, they had one of the most impressive performances a week ago. But moving along now to our last topic, let's go ahead and see what the King of South Philly himself wants to talk about.
Yo, Fratty, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Fratty's Corner. It's Fratty's Corner.
Well, guys, we only got 2 more road games before we head back to CBP Kingdom, hopefully soon to be known as Fratty Kingdom, the start, and KJ and Dalton and Broad Street Sports Kingdom starting on August 1st. It's going to be very, very interesting. to see what happens at the trade deadline. As you see today, it seems like we were cursed today with Suarez getting hit in the hand and Clase going out on leave. We'll see what happens there. Do want to jump to the fact that the Mets are in a tight game early on with San Diego. I just turned on the game a second ago. It's 1-1. I'm kind of looking at the TV. Top of the fourth right now. So kind of honestly, it don't matter to me with the Mets will lose as long as we make the playoffs. I'm happy, but if the Mets lose, it will still be a game and a half behind. And I just want to real quick piggyback off of Cristopher Sánchez just because of one start. It doesn't change my opinion that he's going to be number 2 in the Red October rotation. I still got Wheeler, Sanchez, Ranger, and then Luzardo and Nola splitting forward just because Aaron Nola hasn't pitched in a long, long time. And I would not put him as even a top 3 starter in the rotation. I just think it's a stupid idea for a man to put a man in a situation like that where he hasn't pitched in a long, long time. So I just think Aaron Nola is not even going to be in consideration in the top 3 come October, no matter what the circumstances. So that's still only 2 months away, barring that we don't collapse, which I don't think we're going to collapse. So anyway, I guess on to tomorrow night. Luzardo's pitching against Cannon. Both of them have, I'm not going to go for every stat. Both of them have identical ERAs. I think Luzardo has a 4.48 ERA and Cannon has a 4.58. So they both have identical ERAs. So it should be an interesting game tomorrow. I do not expect it to be an ugly loss tomorrow. I expect it to be a lot more competitive game. So,
Yeah, I think so.
Let's not forget Eugenio Suarez got hurt tonight. Phillies, it's been spicing up with them trying to get Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman, to replace the loser crybaby Alec Boehm.
Yes,
and I was all in favor, but tonight he got rocked in the wrist hand, exited the game. But from the reports that I saw as of recently, the X-ray, MRI, whatever it was, came back negative. So I just this is an injury report because the Phillies, it's kind of heating up. People want it. Suarez, he's the best hitter on the market right now. 36, 37 homers, 80-something RBIs. The Phillies need somebody like that, man. They need somebody who can just hit a baseball no matter where they are. So that's just a nice little injury report. But I think he's okay, though.
That'll be good. Yeah, hopefully we get rid of Alec Boehm. I'm with you on that train. I definitely want to see Alec Boehm moved on.
He's a crybaby, man. It's just
exactly.
It's piss poor, man. He's just he's 6'7" and he can't hit a home run. It's like, dude, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But maybe guys, and I'll leave it off here. Leave it ended like this. Tonight was a sad night, but like that song, the sun will come out tomorrow. Maybe there'll be a trade that happens finally tomorrow. Maybe it will happen. Maybe we'll wake up and we'll make up to our best nightmare in Philadelphia Phillies history tomorrow. So
how crazy would it be if somehow we actually do a trade with the White Sox and Luis Robert literally just has to trade locker rooms and it's they give him a jersey right there? How funny would that be?
It's possible, but I think it's either we get Suarez or we make that Jared Duran trade. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow or the next day, but it'd be funny though. Another thing that'd be funny too, and I'll leave it. I'll close it out with this. I mentioned this earlier in the chat. That it'd be funny that if our new addition's first game is the game we go to, that would be hilarious. Kind of hilarious and kind of ironic at the same time. just like a lot of things happened in good and bad ways this year. So
yeah, hopefully there'll be a new player on Friday when we get there.
Well said, Fratty.
yeah,
I think that's a good way to look at it, too. And that's pretty much all we got for you guys tonight. We'll keep it a little bit lighter of a show because, honestly, there's not too much good things to talk about. If you guys don't, please give our guy at Broad Street Sports a subscription, a follow, all of the above at Broad Street Sports _ on Instagram and Broad Street Sports on YouTube. Rye, thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always a good time. You boys know it.
Yes, sir.
thanks.
But that's all we got for you guys. Make sure to go give a subscription to Ryan. Make sure to follow KJ McCoy on TikTok. He just hit 15K. Now he's going for 16K, of course. And you guys know, of course, you got to follow the man, the myth, the legend down there in the bottom right, Fratty on Instagram at JamesFrat1. Hope everybody has a great night. Be safe, and we will be back tomorrow to cover the Phillies for you. Take care.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the